Zoho Learn system that we're building out at a new energy for all of our different educational tools. It can be run on a desktop and it can be run on a smartphone. So it doesn't really matter where the learner is coming in from. Here's a Fusion 360 tutorial level 2, 13 lessons. It's going to take 3 hours to complete. This will move the learner forward into deeper understanding of Fusion. A prerequisite is Fusion 360 for absolute beginners. All this is based on Lars Christensen's Make Anything YouTube portal. And so Lars has given us authorization to use his content, and then we're building our quizzes and lessons around his content here. So he's got all kinds of fourth axis machining, just all kinds of cool lessons on advanced manufacturing here. So we're tied in with this content, and so we can embed these videos into the Zoho Learn lesson. So let's go into this lesson. Scott, you and I can collaborate on these lessons, so we don't have to be in the same room, and we can co-author everything, and you know, I can add you as a co-author, and we can work on the content together. So we've got some other educators that want to help with this. We can build your own learning portal for the school and reuse this content there. So what we have is a knowledge center where, like, I've got a Fusion 360 machining CNC handbook on like speeds and feeds and how to adjust CNC stuff. Articles that I've written, you know, on CNC stuff and facts, bookmarks, all kinds of things on that. But what I'm wanted to focus on is just giving you an overview on how this lesson, this content works, and then talk a little bit about you know, where we're going with this and how we might be able to work together. So there's a number of different courses, and then they have quizzes that go with each one. So like this one, Connecting Design to Machining Overview. And so you can click on this, and here's the course. These are the lessons over here. And you can go down, and it says, this is going to take about 15 minutes to complete, what I should know before this lesson begins, and what will I learn in this lesson. So there's all these things that I've put in here that you're going to learn through watching Lars's video. And so here's the video down here that's embedded in the learning system here. And down here it's like, what did you learn from the lesson? So we repeat what they learned in this lesson down here, and then we ask questions after this. So this is Lars' lesson.
Welcome to this technology demonstration featuring Autodesk Manufacturing's technology at work. In this example, you will see the design and manufacturing team work in a connected, collaborative environment, making it possible to be on the same page as the design goes through the design changes and CNC toolpath needs updates. Not only will this help assure the
Okay, so that's that. And the cool thing is that the learner can go up here and they can ask questions like, hey, this is cool. What's with Lars' accent? And then they can post that to me as the educator, because I wrote the lesson, and I can respond, you know, I can reply here directly while they're taking their class, and I can say, oh, Lars is from Holland, but don't hold that against him. He is amazing with manufacturing. Whoops. So anyhow, the student can just get guidance on the class while they're working on this. So they've got their own ability to communicate with the instructor wherever they are. And so when they get down here, they can go and they go next lesson, but they've got to take the quiz before they take the next lesson. So they can start the quiz. You know, how do we connect 3D design to CNC machining? And there's all these questions, and I know that the right answer is 3D designers make changes to the 3D parts. The machining programmer sees the changes and updates the cutter path. So this is the answer, and they submit this. You know, what is Autodesk A360? A360 is a cloud-based sharing system that distributes 3D designs where all the latest designs are updated for public consumption. So that's the answer right there. And then what is Fusion CAM used for? A tool module used just for running 3D printers. This module is used to program CNC. So anyhow, they can take this, and now they've got all the answers, whether they passed or finished all that. So they complete the quiz, and then they can either try again and redo it and ask more questions. But this is the context behind the Fusion, or excuse me, the Zoho LMS learning management system. The awesome thing is that we can do it in multiple languages. So we can, once we develop it in English, we can reissue it in Spanish or 28 different languages that Zoho supports. And so we think that this is the future, where we embed YouTube videos within this whole system here. So then we have reports on the learner and the lessons. Are the lessons being effective? Are people getting the content? Here's a little bit about each learner and how much time they spent on each one. So we can generate these reports, and then there's an evaluation for each student that can be seen here. And then they get all this up in their learning portal. So we can create a learning portal where they can kind of go through, get their certificates, and if there's a raise based on learning a whole level, then they can get an elevation in their pay scale with this. So this is really what we wanted to get across on, what's going on, the knowledge on all these solutions, and how do we deliver this content. So this is a handbook that I'm putting together. So anyhow, that's what we've got, and I just wanted to share that with you, and thank you very much for taking time to learn what we're doing here. Whoops, nope.